Hey guys, welcome. I'm Sinborn. Uh, in the past couple days, I've been struggling trying to figure out what I wanted to stream and what I wanted to play. And I saw Grim Dawn had a new patch come out. I loaded up the game, played it a little bit off stream, and I was like, I don't know, just something about it. I guess coming from different action RPGs, like the play style of Grim Dawn is definitely different. So I kind of shut down the game. Tried a couple other games. I tried like a card game. I actually forgot what it's called because I installed it, but I just wasn't feeling it. Then I decided to Google like what games are coming out in 2020 or have already came out that are like good. Scrolled through a bunch. Nothing really stuck out to me and like that I wanted to play it. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'll go to Twitch, just see what's out. Maybe somebody's playing a new hot game that's sick. And then I load up the page, front page. I see Ziggy D as one of the recommended channels. I'm like, okay, he's a cool guy. What is he doing? I see he's playing Grim Dawn. I'm like, all right. So he's checking out the new Grim Dawn patch. But then I see something pretty awesome in his title. I see that this is Diablo 2 mod. And I heard about this mod a little bit. And I had assumed it was just kind of, I don't know, I played another mod of Grim Dawn, and I'm like, mods have never been great to me. Like, I've never really seen a mod, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely better than the real game. Or whatever it's trying to do. And then recently with the Path of Diablo coming out, Diablo 2, I watched a couple streamers play it, and it brought back some memories, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to play Diablo 2 again, just kind of, get the feels, the nostalgia of it. But then I just look at the graphics, and then I remember like how it played compared to like the games that we're used to nowadays. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I started watching Ziggy, and I was like, the mod actually looks really, really good. And then I hear the music and everything, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. And this is it. You could just let it soak in. Yes, that is it. This is in the game. This is the sound for the game. They're using like all the sounds from the game. There's Kasia.
Again, you amaze me.
With fucking voice acting.
The Sisterhood is grateful to you for
There's Warren. There's fucking Charcy.
Hi there, I'm Charcy.
I'm Charcy. There's Akara.
You're welcome, Jude.
And then best of all,
Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen. Fucking Deckard Cain.
Regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram.
This is
It would appear
amazing.
that our greatest
And yeah, they're just using like the sound clips and everything from the actual game. But like, I mean, copyright to the motherfucking all hell, but like, they're using everything. Like, the Paladin. I mean, you've got Sacrifice, you've got Smite, you've got Hammers, you've got Fist of Heavens, you've got Conviction, or Concentration, Fanatism, Conviction. You've got everything. Everything. Not only that, because of the way that the Grim Dawn system is, you could be a barbarian too, because why not? So like, you got your mercenary, yeah. You put your aura on. It's so cool. Hammers. And they're so good. They don't collide. They go through shit. You don't like walk up to a wall and then like, you're in a pathway and you get fucked. Actually, everything. Every act. Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5. You got Luke Ghislaine. You got everything. You got you get everything. Every single act. Act 4 was a bitch, by the way. It's fucking massive. And the music doesn't work there for some reason. But, you know, it's a mod. Like, look at it. It's so impressive what they did. They spent they had to have spent a ton of time. It's very accurate. You got Lazarus the blacksmith.
The armorer.
You got, you know, your standard shit. It is still Grim Dawn, right? There is still the Grim Dawn stuff. They made your stash massive. They, like, really, truly, and definitely made, like, 5 stash tabs this size. There's no muling. Fucking great. I'm choosing to, like, not use the majority of the Grim Dawn stuff and only playing the Diablo 2 stuff. Just because I want the Diablo experience. But, I mean, like, it's pretty amazing. Like, it's very, very, very accurate in what they did. They've done, like... I mean, they've done a lot of work in making it... Like, most of the monsters are, like... I mean, it's very accurate. It's fairly difficult. Like, the actual difficulty level. Some of the monsters hit pretty fucking hard. Especially the rares. It's still very, you know, Diablo 2-esque. Or, I mean, well, it's a combination. It's a nice, like, it's basically the best of both worlds. It's a newer system, or a newer engine, or whatever you want to call it. And, ow. Yeah, the difficulty's there for sure. I gotta make my character tankier. Look at that sound. It's so good. I mean, like, playing through all of the... ooh, a lum room. I think I ran backwards. I was just gonna TP to town. You can just TP whatever you want. But I mean, like, there's even, like, the actual bosses and everything. Monsters hurt. See if I can just, like, run straight to and get Diablo spawned. That's probably not a good idea. Probably should have spawned Diablo prior to the video. Yeah, the difficulty I feel like is definitely more difficult than your standard Diablo. At least because this is just normal still. It's still pretty rippy. But I'm not using, like I said, I'm not using all of the components. I'm guessing I could probably make my character, you know, a bit more tanky. Let's see if I can just bolt past these guys. Oh god, that's not a good idea. Oh yeah, there's runes, rune words. I mean, you saw me pick up a lum earlier, which is actually pretty great. There's actually, like, you know, Enigma and Spirit, and I imagine there's items like Shaco and all them. I'm not 100% sure. But, like, there is a wiki that kind of shows everything, and I imagine they picked most of the, like, you know, most notorious, rune words and items to put in the game. They're still the standard Grim Dawn items. I don't think they, like, took away anything. I kind of wish they would have. I think they're still in the thoughts of it, the thought process. But I mean, you've got, like, you know.
Not even death.
Oh, he just spawned on this one. They got, like, the sound clips from him. They've got his standard, like, his main attack. His bone thing that he does. His little fire nova. I mean, can I potion? Thank you. There's no potion management. There's no stamina management. I just killed Diablo. He's actually like, what, 6 levels higher than me? So he hurts a bit. Oh, looks like my Merc is tanking. I'm just gonna try to get some deeps in. Yeah, I killed my Merc. Going deep. It's almost dead. Got him.
My inventory is full.
Can I... Fuck this gun. I'm not using any guns.
My inventory is full.
What? Oh yeah, you can't put anything in the cube. There is the Roger cube, and it does everything the cube does. Fuck this gun. But, you know. It's pretty insane. I mean, it's got the standard 5 seals. You pop the seals normally for Diablo. I guess once you kill Diablo, I guess he's just always there and you can just farm him, which is actually pretty cool. Allows you to farm him. I mean, you got your Pandemonium, you got your Tyrael, you've got...
I knew there was...
Everything. Everything. It's so good. It's actually insanely good. Like, they've got souls. Like, they've got the explodey dolls. It's like everything that's iconic about Diablo 2, the music, everything. Except for when you come out here for some reason. Music just kind of stops. Yeah, dude, look at that. Look at that. Doom casters, and then there are souls depending on where you go. I mean, this is the best mod I think I've ever played. Oh, the music's still going. That's good. Yesterday it wasn't, so you know it seems a little touchy. But yeah, Act 4. This place is fucking. I think it's the river. No, Steps of Torment. Yeah, this place is massive. Like, this is a very big fucking area. Ugh. I mean, this whole act is pretty large, actually. This is zoomed all the way out. But yeah, so a little large, but right now I'm working to get Battle Command. Next level I'll be able to get it, which is pretty sick, right? Yeah. Next level I'll be able to get it. And then the battle shouts, they actually stay on. They're kind of like toggled, which is pretty sick. Nice little like quality of life. You summon your minion whenever they die, and then there's like a cooldown, and they kind of scale with your character, so you don't like put gear on them. But it's still pretty cool.
Yes. What?
You can hire different mercenaries from different acts, the same kind of deal.
Mercenaries.
They kind of tell you like what auras they are, and then they're just like a thing that you put on your charm, and then I think it's like the same kind of thing where it's like a component you can remove and then place on a different charm if you want to keep that merc. But yeah, it's actually pretty nuts. And then the end game, they still have like an end game. Yeah, this mod's called the Reign of Terror. They've got a wiki. I'm hoping I can hit back a couple times and get to the actual mod. There we go. Maybe. Well, it's the Reign of Terror. I don't know why it goes directly to their... Unless they got taken down. That'd be kind of hilarious. I mean, it is super copyrighted. There it is. Yeah, so the Reign of Terror. They've got all five acts complete with the bosses, as you saw with Diablo. That work all pretty good. All the D2 classes, most of the D2 items, all the mercenaries, the shrines, and then they've got like special kind of Pandemonium events, which have like different kinds of like ways to farm the end game stuff on hell difficulty. The cow level, yeah, it's in here. You get basically you find these keys. And then you're able to open the cow level. I wish it was kind of the same way you get the Weird's leg and everything. But you just have to find these little goblins, and they're like insanely tanky. way too tanky. Like I don't even know how much Diablo's health was, but the actual goblins that you find, they have 200k HP. Like way too tanky, and that was like fucking level 38. So like they have like way too much hit points. Then there's some kind of bosses. I think multiplayer, they do say it works, but it's not fully supported. I don't know 100% of what that means. I'm guessing it's not fully tested, and there might be bugs. But yeah, you just download the standalone version. I wouldn't fuck with the launcher. Download the standalone version, and you just copy paste it into the mods folder. And then when you're in the game menu, you just switch it from main campaign to custom game, and then it'll just be there, World of Terror. You just create a new character like you normally would, start, and then you're just playing D2. You're just playing D2. It's so good. It feels so good. Super good to play.
I, Mala, welcome you to Harrogath.
All the voice acting, the music, the bossing, the runes. I haven't found too many runes. Like I haven't been able to make a rune word yet, but I do have like Nef, Eth, Ith, Tal, Ral, Ort. It makes the same, you know, all the noises that you're accustomed to. It's pretty great. The fact that I found a lum, I'm pretty happy with that. And then the Harrogath cube actually it has like functions. You're able to like convert runes, which is kind of interesting. Like you can take an Eth rune and break it down into two, or you can take an Ith and break it down into two Eth. So if you want to make Eth runes, you can. So this is kind of interesting. I think they did this because of, like it's mostly going to be offline. So, you know. But yeah, I'm pretty excited, pretty happy with this. Like it's so good. Yeah, you have to put the Harrogath cube on the ground to be able to use it. You can't like open it up. It doesn't do anything, but it just sets it on the ground basically. It looks like you can have multiples on the ground. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna be continuing to play it. I mean, it feels really smooth. It feels good to play. I'll put the link in the description for the mod below, and hopefully you guys join in playing. I think it's super good. I really haven't had many issues besides the difficulty. I remember D2 not being as difficult on normal, so like the difficulty is much more difficult on, I guess, if you're not taking advantage of all the Grim Dawn things, like if you're not using all the components. Like I'm only using enough to cap like poison resistance, but I still have like pretty low resistance on everything else. Not using any like armor or defensive things or damage or anything. So like, oh yeah, there is like, you know, set items and stuff like that. So this is a Sigyn shield that I found, which is pretty sick. And obviously it's not going to be 100% exactly what Diablo stats wise, because they have to like kind of convert it to like work with Grim Dawn, because it is Grim Dawn at its core, but it's still Diablo. Like it feels like if you were to tell me, if you were to boot this game up and not show me like anything else, when you were just like, hey, play this game, I would assume this was like a Diablo remastered, Diablo 2 remastered or something along the lines, because of how like fluid and smooth and like, I mean they're using all the stuff. Like it's pretty great. Highly recommend it.
Well, the seed.
Like, it's pretty great. Anyways, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to come check out the Twitch channel. I'll be playing it for the next couple hours and throughout the next week or so, as long as nothing deters me from playing it. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.